Imagine walking into a room and instantly feeling the eyes of everyone on you. Not in an awkward, judgmental way, but with genuine respect. People see you, value you, and feel compelled to listen. Sounds impossible, right? But what if I told you that you could earn this level of respect with one simple, often overlooked action? It's not about flashy suits, fancy cars, or even your social media following. Respect isn't about showing off. It's about a shift in how you carry yourself and how you handle the small moments. And here's the kicker. You don't have to be perfect. You don't need to be the loudest or the most charming person in the room. You just need to do this. And I promise, people will take notice. The Stoics, especially figures like Marcus Aurelius, believed that true respect comes not from seeking approval or attention, but from embodying inner strength and integrity. By focusing on what you can control, your actions, your responses, your character, you naturally command respect without trying to force it. Ready to learn how this works? Let's dive in. Chapter 1. The Power of Presence. Why simply showing up makes you respected instantly. Have you ever been in a room where someone doesn't say much, yet they still manage to command the room? It's like there's an invisible force field around them, calm, composed, and completely present. That's the power of presence, and it's one of the quickest ways to earn respect from others. I remember attending a conference last year where one speaker didn't say much at first, but when he did speak, everyone listened intently. It wasn't the content of his speech, but his presence, his ability to be fully in the moment, that commanded respect. As soon as he stepped on stage, you could feel his focus. The room fell silent, as if it was drawn to him without effort. He didn't need flashy words. He needed nothing but the space to be truly present. The Stoics knew this well. Marcus Aurelius talked about focusing on what's in front of you, completely immersing yourself in the task or conversation at hand. When you give someone your full attention, when you're not distracted or checking your phone, people feel it. It's rare. In a world filled with distractions, true presence is an instant way to stand out. Try this next time you're in a meeting or a social setting. Put your phone away, make eye contact, and really listen to the conversation. Show people you're here, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. That's when respect begins to flow your way. Chapter 2. The Confidence of Calmness. Why staying composed in chaos makes people respect you immediately. Let's face it, life can get chaotic. Meetings go off track. People lose their tempers. Problems arise out of nowhere. But here's the thing. Staying calm in those moments makes you instantly respectable. John, a friend of mine, once found himself in a tense work meeting where everything was falling apart. Deadlines, miscommunication, and even a few harsh words exchanged. But instead of getting riled up, John took a deep breath, spoke in a calm tone, and helped steer the meeting back on track. The respect he gained in that moment was palpable. His calmness didn't just resolve the issue, it earned him immediate respect from everyone in the room. They trusted him, not because he was the most vocal, but because he remained composed and offered a solution in the middle of chaos. The Stoics believed that the only thing we can control is our reaction to external events. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When you maintain composure in a storm, you show incredible strength, and others take notice. The next time you find yourself in a stressful situation, pause. Take a deep breath. Resist the urge to react impulsively. Practice responding from a place of calm, even if it's just for a few seconds. People will start respecting you immediately for your level-headedness. Chapter 3. The Strength of Saying No. How enforcing boundaries earns instant respect. Saying no might feel uncomfortable at first, but here's the truth. People will respect you more when you set clear boundaries. Why? Because respect isn't just about pleasing everyone. It's about showing that you value your time, your energy, and your principles. Sophia, a colleague of mine, struggled with saying no for the longest time. She was always the first to volunteer for extra tasks, even when her plate was already full. But one day, after realizing she was burning out, she started setting firm boundaries. She would say, "I'd love to help, but I can't take on more right now." And to her surprise, people respected her more than before. They respected her time, her priorities, and her clear sense of self-worth. It wasn't easy at first, but as soon as she embraced her boundaries, her respect from peers skyrocketed. The Stoics were masters at setting boundaries. They didn't bend to every external demand. They prioritized their peace of mind, their virtue, and their personal goals. By saying no with confidence and clarity, you establish your worth and draw a clear line of respect with others. Next time someone asks you for something that goes against your values or time, practice saying no calmly but firmly. You don't have to make excuses. Simply say, "I can't commit to that right now," or "That's not something I'm able to do." You'll notice people start respecting you more for your decisiveness. Chapter 4. Authenticity over perfection. Why being real earns you respect right away. Perfection is overrated, and it's exhausting. People don't respect flawless images or false fronts. What earns respect immediately is authenticity. When you show up as your true self, imperfections and all, people resonate with your honesty and vulnerability. I remember a moment when my friend David made a mistake in a presentation. Instead of glossing over it or making excuses, he admitted it openly to the audience. "I messed that up, and here's how I'll fix it." His honesty in that moment was raw, and people respected him more for it. Perfection is easy to fake, but authenticity, that is powerful. Stoics like Seneca taught that true virtue comes from living authentically, without pretense. When you stop trying to be perfect and focus on being genuine, you immediately build respect because it's refreshing and rare. Start embracing your imperfections. When you make a mistake, own it. Don't try to cover it up or act like it never happened. Let others see the real you, and you'll find respect follows naturally. Chapter 5. Mastering the Art of Listening. How silence and attention immediately gain respect. In a world full of talkers, those who listen stand out. And I don't mean just hearing what someone says, really listening. The Stoics believed that wisdom comes from reflection and attentiveness, not from speaking endlessly. I once had a conversation with a mentor who didn't speak much. He simply listened, asked thoughtful questions, and made me feel truly understood. It was such a powerful experience that I walked away from it feeling like I had just learned more than any lecture could have taught me. That's the power of listening. It's not just about hearing, it's about understanding. When you listen attentively, people feel valued and heard. This, in turn, earns you respect immediately. Why? Because it's rare, it's genuine, and it's an act of humility. When you're not busy thinking of your next response, you're truly present in the conversation, and that makes you trustworthy and respected. Next time you're in a conversation, focus completely on the person speaking. Don't interrupt or think about your next point. Simply listen. People will feel the difference, and you'll gain their respect in return. Chapter 6. Owning mistakes, gaining respect. Why owning up to failure earns you respect faster than hiding it. No one respects someone who hides their mistakes or pretends they're perfect. Stoics believed that failures are opportunities for growth and wisdom. A few months ago, I made a major error in a project at work. Instead of deflecting blame or hiding behind excuses, I took full responsibility in front of my team. I said, I made a mistake, and here's what I learned from it. It wasn't comfortable, but the respect I earned for owning up to it was immediate. People didn't view me as less capable. They saw me as someone willing to grow and take accountability. When you admit a mistake with humility, people see that you're not afraid of vulnerability. You show courage, responsibility, and integrity, and that's what people respect. The next time you make a mistake, whether at work or in a personal situation, own up to it. Don't blame others or deflect. Simply admit it. Apologize if necessary, and move forward. People will respect you not for being perfect, but for being honest and accountable. Chapter 7. Consistency in character. How consistency in actions earns respect over time. Earning respect immediately is one thing, but maintaining it over time is another. The Stoics taught that true virtue lies in being consistent, day in and day out. It's not about big, flashy actions. It's about doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. Sophia, a leader in her company, was known for her consistency, whether it was in the way she treated her employees or the way she handled her responsibilities. She always showed up with the same level of professionalism and integrity. Over time, her reputation grew, and the respect she had earned became deeply ingrained. People knew they could rely on her because she was consistent in her values and actions. Start focusing on consistency, whether it's in your work, relationships, or personal habits. Be the person who follows through every time. It's the small, everyday actions that build lasting respect. Chapter 8. A life led by purpose, not approval. Why focusing on your purpose earns you lasting respect. The final key to long-term respect is focusing on your own sense of purpose rather than seeking validation from others. When you live according to your own values and purpose, you don't need approval from others to feel fulfilled. This autonomy and self-assurance are incredibly attractive. John, again, is a great example. He's always been the kind of guy who follows his own path, regardless of what others think. He doesn't need external validation. People around him respect him not because he's seeking their approval, but because they see the clarity and strength of his vision. They admire his ability to live according to his principles. Take some time to reflect on your values and what truly drives you. Start making decisions based on those values, not on what others think. People will respect you for living authentically and with purpose, no matter what. Conclusion. You've learned that respect isn't something you chase, it's something you attract, whether it's through being present, staying calm, or being authentic. Respect can be earned instantly, but the real key to lasting respect is consistency. It's about living with integrity, setting boundaries, and staying true to your purpose. Stoics taught us that your character shapes the respect you earn over time. Now, take action. Start with those immediate steps. Be present, stay calm, and set boundaries, and watch respect grow. Then, commit to building your character, and you'll find respect following you consistently. Thank you for your time. If this resonated, leave a comment and share your experiences. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom. What we achieve inwardly will change outer reality. Live with purpose, and respect will follow. See you next time.